Hello students, I'm so glad to welcome you all to another learning video of Miss Lucas. Today we will be learning about the Louisiana Purchase and Lewis and Clark. Have you guys ever wanted to explore a new land that no one knows anything about? Have you ever wanted to find something new and tell everyone in the world about it? Imagine being a part of history and your name would be taught to students everywhere because you made a mark in history. Now, has anyone ever heard of Lewis and Clark? What about the Louisiana Purchase? Well, let me tell you about Lewis and Clark. They were the explorers of a new land that people knew very little about, and it was never explored. The land was a great mystery to all Americans at this time. The only thing most Americans knew was that the Native Americans lived on the land. Louisiana Purchase was the land that the two men visited. Would you guys ever explore a land that you knew nothing about, like the Louisiana Purchase? I think it would be a great learning experience and extremely unforgettable. I would definitely explore. The Louisiana Purchase dealt with the growth of the United States of America in 1803. Back in the 1800s, the United States was not what it is today. All the land that we have now was not owned by our country. Fun fact moment, the United States was half its size in the early 1800s. That's pretty cool. The president at the time, Thomas Jefferson, really wanted our country to become bigger. He wanted the U.S. to become a powerful country. He noticed that there was some land owned by the French that could benefit our growth of our nation, and he wanted the land bad. So, there was talk between America and the French general Napoleon Bonaparte about the purchase of the Louisiana Territory. By buying the land, it would make the United States twice as big. The land was so big that it reached from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains. American negotiators sent to France on the behalf of the president to buy the land, and Napoleon agreed. At that time, when Thomas Jefferson was president, he was a strict Democratic Republican. Have you ever heard of a Democratic Republican? Well, it's a political party, just like Democrats and Republicans are today. The party believed in following the Constitution as closely as it is written, no bending the rules. Basically is that whatever is written in the Constitution is what is okay to do, and whatever is not okay. Buying the land for the Louisiana Purchase is not in the Constitution, so it cannot be done. That means President Jefferson could not buy the land to expand because it does not say that American can buy the land. To get around the Constitution and kind of break rules, Jefferson then created a treaty which gave him the right to buy the land. Congress approved the treaty. That's how we got the land. It is said to be the greatest achievement of Thomas Jefferson. Although we had bought the land, we haven't actually explored it yet, and that's when Lewis and Clark come into the picture. The government appointed Meriwether Lewis and William Clark to lead an expedition to explore the Louisiana Purchase. The two explorers found out about the landscape, the native people, mostly Indians, animals, and other interesting things. The men had the help of an Indian woman named Sacagawea after Lewis delivered her baby. They made maps of the land. Lewis and Clark's expedition opened the nation to a new land that was unknown to Americans. That is the end to a great history story of Lewis and Clark and the Louisiana Purchase. There are some brave men, don't you all think? I wonder if I could do something so adventurous and courageous like they did. Maybe you all could be the next best explorer and be in the future students' textbooks. I bet there is more new mysterious land still out there needing to be discovered. Which one of you will be that person? Will one of you be the next great explorer like Lewis and Clark?